problem. I
Hope
think
that's not a
if
problem.
no, that's not a problem. I think if Ashley is having an issue, we might just end up. All right.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
there.
I can see it
All
now.
right, there we go. I had to
Yeah,
give it access and quit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So good morning,
Okay,
everyone.
I'm ready.
Yeah. How's you all day doing?
Oh, she's serious. Got the hood on like a
Yeah.
boxer.
It would have been great if that hoodie
And
was a Vala one.
I'm trying to hide the bags under my eyes.
Wow.
I'm so
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, diving into what we actually made this call for, this is my first ever, Telegram call that I'm doing, and I'm doing it together with my friends, Ashley and the one and only OG of Valor, Canadian in space. So, I don't
yeah.
know. Let me start with Ashley. Ashley, can you just give us a brief introduction about yourself?
Can Canadian go first?
All right, Canadian, you can go first.
Sure, I'll go. But I didn't dare to say anything, but yeah, I got involved as far as crypto stuff like that. I got involved in about 2017, and I just I really saw like a big use case for the blockchain. And unfortunately, at that time, I didn't invest quite enough, and I was a bit more interested in Ethereum than Bitcoin. I saw a lot of potential with smart contracts and stuff like that. And then along the way, made some mistakes, got robbed a few times, had couple wallets drained, and so there's a lot to learn along the journey of crypto. Hopefully a lot of these projects, coming onto the scene these days, help onboard new people to crypto, because there needs to be a bit more safety and stuff like that. But anyways, it's been an interesting journey. There's so much to learn, and I just wish that I would have put more into it earlier, and protected my bags a little bit better, and I would be a little bit better off today. But I'm still here. I'm still alive. Still kicking. Learned a lot along the way. And just trying to keep learning, keep grinding, and it's been a great experience joining the Vala community, because there's just we've shared so much alpha, so much talk. I've been there for a year since pretty much the beginning of the project, and we've talked so much about all type of different projects, ways of protecting your wallet, ways of just everything. That's what's cool about that project, is you're allowed to talk about any project you want in the Vala community. Nobody's going to tell you like, oh, you have to only talk about Vala here. It's really an incubation, a place to incubate. They're encouraging that we talk about different projects. They're encouraging that we share alpha with each other. That's like the best, one of the best communities I've found so far. And now that's brought us together here. It's all good. It's all good.
Thank you very much, Canadian. Thank you very much, Canadian. So now over to you.
I can't hear you, EA. I can't hear you, EA.
Oh,
thanks.
Sorry, I muted myself. I said, thank you very much, Canadian, for that introduction. So, Ashley, over to you now. Just a brief introduction.
I have been a part of Vala since the beginning, but a little bit differently, not in the crypto space. I've been looking at it from a marketing perspective. I come from a marketing background. I'm fairly new into the crypto world. I'm not going to lie. I always thought the crypto world was so cringy and weird. And I thought it was just stock trading, but in digital form. So it took me a really long time to come into this space. And my entry into it was just I don't want to be here. This is so weird. It was a lot of new stuff.
Actually,
but I don't know. One day I was just
There was one of
Go
your
ahead.
posts I saw on Twitter that you were saying crypto is a lot different. They have their own space, their own app, and that tweet got me laughing. Like it was so funny to me. Yeah,
You
I understand what you're saying.
a dictionary to like keep up. Sometimes people will say stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what was it? Like I honestly, I'm not a tech person either. So people were like, "Oh yeah, the UIs and blah blah blah," and I'm like, "Yeah, what's a UI?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh." So it's been actually a really fun journey. I think one night I was like scrolling and I was talking to somebody about Vala, and they were telling me, that's the whole point, to make Vala less cringy and more inviting, and to give people a space to feel comfortable. And I think that's the night that I talked about my kid, because I was just saying so many things about like, oh, you have to be the aunt and not the parent and blah blah blah. And I was like, wait, like we're here, we exist. If anything, it's my biggest motivation for being successful in this space. And so it was really fun to connect with Vala, and now I get to be a part of the team and kind of run the socials and do the stuff. So being a newbie into this world and getting access to this world, and then also being a part of Vala and being able to come at a time where there are OGs in this space. I'm loving learning from you guys. You guys are so inviting and knowledgeable and articulate yourself in a way that I can understand. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm a marketing girly and now I'm a crypto girly.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, welcome to the crypto space. Hopefully you can help to make it a little less cringe.
Yeah,
I hope
welcome, Ashley, and congratulations once again on your.
And to be honest, it's good to have some girls in the space because it's been male dominant. So it's good to have also some females in the crypto space as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to onboard all my friends. I'm like, girl, come over here. I need some girls over here. I need girl talk.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, Ashley. So now.
And what about you? Yeah, you're gonna tell us a bit about yourself too.
I forgot. I forgot to introduce myself. So my name is EA Wakawa. The EA stands for Emmanuel Andrew Wakawa. So the Wakawa, I know the name sounds somehow strange, but it's like a native name from Africa. So it means the Wakawa means a hand that hold wealth. So I've been into crypto since I guess since 2020. It was introduced to me by a friend. So along the line, I started grinding, loving the space. I'm a person that when I see opportunity, I like, especially opportunity that not everyone has, tap into. I always try to go there early and get something. So how I got into Vala was through Solana ID. I don't know if you are all aware of one project, Solana ID. Yeah, so there was a time they partnered with with Vala, and I was like, wow, let me look at this project, Vala, a social file. And since then I came, and I was early though, yeah, real early, but I met OGs like Canadian in space who were just, that's why till today I still call him the OG of Vala. I think he's among the few people that were in Vala that before I came up. So then there was a time Mugen, the admin of the server, that is the Vala server, he was even telling me one time that Canadian was helpful even in setting up of the Discord, to tell you how old he has been in the Discord. So when he say he has been in Vala for up to a year, yeah, I believe that he's way older than me in Vala. So that is me. That is just a brief introduction about me. So thank you all.
Cool. Very first connection, not only in this space but in Vala too. Yeah. Super welcoming as well.
Yeah, they are very welcoming.
You were my actual first connection on space, and then you were my first Valians that I connected with. Yeah. Super inviting. You're such a dope, cool person.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. And EA, since you've been there, man, you've been grinding. You've lit up Vala, dude. You've been pumping out content. You're always active in the server, and you've been you brought a whole new spark to the speaking of sparks, you brought a whole new spark to the Vala ecosystem.
Yeah, thank you very much for
props for that.
Yeah, thank you very much. So,
Sparks was
you say?
Sparks was your idea?
No, I just saying like you. No, he brought his own spark. I mean, like he.
No, talking about sparks, I have a whole lot of spark. Like, I just don't want to, like,
Oh, I
disclose the
bet.
number, but
You
I
must
can
be
say
getting close to 1,000,000 sparks over there.
I choose to be anonymous on that. I don't want to say it. But I really have a lot of sparks. I have. So it's been good connecting with you all. Yeah,
You're waiting for that airdrop, aren't you?
yeah. Hopefully the time she will come soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Good job. You deserve it.
yeah, I think everyone deserves it. Really, everyone deserves it. Everyone has been amazing in Valor Space. Canadian should be one of the first people I actually connected with in Valor. And recently I connected with you, Ashley, and your vibe have been so, like, I don't know, I'm a kind of person that I just love watching people, doing great things, and I will just be at behind the scenes, like, just like appreciating it, but I will not appreciate it verbally, but it really gives me joy to see people really doing things. Her vibes have been so, like, at the peak. I like her the way she,
Yeah,
like,
good vibes. Good
yeah,
vibes.
she have been like coupling her child. She's a mother, and I'm proud of that. Like, not all girls can
Yeah.
do what she's doing, and not all mothers. Come to think of it, Ashley, yeah, you're killing. Yeah, you're really killing it over here in Vala. So thank you for your
And
dedication.
I love how you just embrace your newbiness and you're like, I'm
Yeah,
new and I want to learn. So it's like, it's cool because that's the best way to learn is just like be humble and just like, I need to learn a lot. Even me, like I've been around for a while in the space, but like, I feel like I'm still new, because there's just so much to learn in the Web3 space, and it's
yeah,
like every day. If you take a day off, there's just so much happening. You're like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
Startup, new term.
Yeah, yeah.
Coin. Like, it's fun though. It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah,
I never was one to like check the Discord a lot. And now I'm like, I don't really talk too much on there, but I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
yeah. So that has been a quite engaging introduction. So, business of the day, you all know what we are here for. I don't want to really call it a battle, but, like, just express yourself. Canadian will explain his own shit, and Ashley too will explain his own shit. Then at the end of the video, not in this video, but after the end, I think you might just give me 1 or 2 days. I'll just compile the result and just declare a winner. And that winner will, I'm trying to make it like a tournament, like each winner advances to the next stage. So, this thing will also help Vala in the sense that it will make people to start, creating content. Even those that are feeling are lazy to, do content. By the time I do video with them, they'll want to share the video, and so that is the whole concept for all Valiants to keep their hands busy and create content. So thank you very much, you two, for accepting my first to be on the first tournament. Canadian, we have been through ups and downs. I've changed some. Canadian, he has been so patient with me because I planned this thing for like over a month, and there are sometimes people will come, they'll reschedule, they'll tell me they are busy and the rest. But Canadian has always been, always there. And Ashley, you too, thank you for never, you were like, this kind of thing that I called upon you, and you really answered, like, at the right time. You were there, so I'm grateful for you too. So, Canadian, you will be talking about I think makers and makers, yeah. So can you just give us 1 or 2 words about makers? No, yeah, about makers, yeah.
Okay, so Makers, it's Maikers because it's an AI project. It's an NFT AI project where every NFT becomes an AI agent that works for you.
Okay.
So it's actually interesting because the Ashley chose. What did you choose? World
Coin.
Yeah.
World Coin. And so it's actually pretty interesting because they're both very relevant to one another.
Okay.
But the concept behind makers is your AI agent. When you purchase an NFT, it's also an AI agent, and depending on the features of the NFT, the AI agent will have different capabilities. So this is a very exciting project, and it's still new. So it's actually a great time to get involved in the project because the dev is building constantly. He is a hackathon winner. He is Super Team France mentor, and he is grinding for this project. And it's still pretty low key. It's not very well known. You can still get in at a pretty good price for the NFTs. They're around one sol each floor price, and it's just a really exciting, interesting project that has a whole lot of potential.
Yeah. I think one something about crypto, one important thing is actually going in new. I think people who dive into crypto, any crypto project, like if you go new, there's always like you're always at an advantage side. So I like the as you say the project is still new, so yeah, we can definitely dive into.
Right on.
Ashley, do you have anything to say about it?
When you say AI agent, you mean like this NFT will be able to like do work for you? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, that's exactly. So
Okay.
the AI agents will be they'll be able to trade for you. They'll be able to seek out alpha for you. They'll be able to do technical analysis for you or manage your day-to-day tasks. They'll be able to build for you. They'll be able to do social media for you, create a social media presence for you,
Okay.
et cetera, et cetera. So there's a whole world of opportunity within what these AI agents are going to be capable of, and depending on what you want to do with your AI agent, that'll depend on which NFT you might want to get, or like you need to basically strategize and. It's still unfolding, so we're not exactly sure on all the details of how it's going to play out. But it's also a network state, which means the AI agents are going to be able to communicate and learn from each other. So he's building around 2,000 different independent AI agents. They will be able to communicate and learn from each other, and yeah, they'll be able to like go into your Discord and find out what's happening, and then basically analyze when is a good time to invest in a project, or when is a good time to sell out of this project. That would be like a trading bot.
Okay.
But there'll also be like builder bots that that'll be able to code for you and build an application for you and stuff like this. So, and as you guys I'm sure know, like the possibilities of AI right now is just exploding.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's just an excellent time to start getting involved in AI. And I'm pretty, I'm a novice as far as it comes to AI, but I'm like, we need to be involved. We're gonna be left behind. We're gonna be the boomers, the new boomers, if we don't know anything about AI. So it's like, okay, let's get involved, learn about how to utilize AI to our advantage, because we can only work a few hours a day, and then we get, maybe 8 hours a day we can work. Then you start losing concentration and whatever else. But these AI agents, they'll just be able to grind for you 24/7, right? So it's like, yeah, having a team of workers that just grind for you 24/7. Right now, I hold 10 of these NFTs, so I'm hoping once they once they're really implemented, I'm hoping I just have a little team of grinders out there grinding for me, and they're going to be on chain. So the AI agents will also be on chain, cross chain. They'll be able to trade for you. Every agent already has its own wallet. There's already been some testing as far as the trading bots and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just super exciting.
Wow, that is really exciting. AI trading for you. That is really nice. So thank you very much, Canadian. There was something I wanna ask. I wrote it down here. So when I was looking into making research about them, I saw something like from idea to reality. I saw this phrase from idea to reality. So I wanna and they mention like three steps. I think there are three steps that if you wanna like if you wanna dive into this project, can you just give us the three steps to build your Web3 project in this makers?
Okay, so I think you're talking about the three steps, which would be I'm just on the website right now, which is connect. So you
Yeah.
connect to your AI agent. You envision. So the whole concept here is basically humans and AI agents teaming up and working together to create unlimited possibilities. So you need to envision what you want out of it.
Yeah.
So you envision your goals. You decide, where do I want to go with this? What do I want to build? Or you have to envision, like, what is the world I want? What is the project I would love to bring into fruition, right? And then once you have your own vision, your own concept, your own goal, then you can deploy the AI agents and realize your dreams. So the third step is to realize your vision. And so, yeah, that's like just putting these AI agents to work for you, but you give them the task. So you're like, this is the task. I want you to build this type of app, or I want you to build this type of social media presence, and then it goes ahead and does that for you, and you work alongside the AI to realize your goal.
Yeah. One thing about me, I'm a big fan of like if you do something with stress today, if you are doing it tomorrow, you do it with ease. So I like their concept. They are just trying to make trading and all that. They are trying to make it easier. You just envision something, then the AI do the working for you. Then you are just there, like not that you're not going to do work, but at least most part of the work, AI are the ones that will be doing it.
Yeah.
So, Ashley, is there
Even as far as trading,
Okay.
sorry, just one last thing. Even if you don't want to build something, you say you just want to do trading, you still have to decide like your risk level. Like how do you want the AI agents to trade for you? Do you want them to be full risk on and just going after any meme coin that might explode, or do you want to be more risk off and do like I don't know, staking ETH or something, staking some type of lower risk staking or stuff like that. So you still have to have an idea of what your goal is. You can't just have like the AI agent decide for you, right? So
Yeah.
any one of the concepts is like you have to know what your goal is. Like I want to go full risk on, just like go after the crazy. I want to go for that 1000x. Then you're full risk on, and that AI agent will try to find those type of hits for you.
Yeah. Nice. So, Ashley, do you have anything to say?
I can see how our two projects have a very symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking that as soon as I saw your project, because actually I wanted to say one last thing about how my project or the makers like the world coin is like trying to make sure that every human is identified as a human, right?
Yeah.
And the concept of a really good AI agent is like you want to get through those firewalls where they're trying to do a human. Are you those human verifications? The goal of a developer is that your AI agent can go through that screening process and get into a Discord pretending like it's a human, right?
Yeah.
So there's really this type of battle where the developers of AI agents, they want to be seen as human to some degree so they're not detected, right? And then the world coin is like working tirelessly to make sure that the humans are represented as humans and bots are represented as bots. So they're actually like, really like, I'm not saying they're like battling each other, but in some regard, maybe they are a little bit.
It's like a weird symbiotic battle. Cool. I also love the fact that you have to have intention when setting these AI agents. You can't just say, go out there, make me $1 million. Like, what are the details to that? You have to be a little bit more specific. You have to know what it is that you want so that you can program it. So you do have to have a little bit of knowledge. But at the same time, it's like, do we want all these AI agents in our spaces? Like, imagine there's a on the Vala community and we're all like, yeah, man, this person is always active. They have the best conversations. Turns out we're talking to a robot. I'd be like, dang, man, like I thought we had a connection. And we did, but it was built on like the robot just learning us and telling us what we want to hear. And so I think it's like really interesting the space that we're entering in this AI world.
Yeah. And the cool thing about the like how they're kind of battling is that they're also like it pushes the tech further, which is like better for everything, right? So it's like that keeps happening is the tech keeps getting pushed further and further and further as like that's like it's like a hacker, right? Or like a firewall and a hacker, where the hacker has to keep learning like better and better and better techniques as the defense system keeps getting better, but it pushes the tech like forward. So it's it's crazy.
Really nice.
We're in a crazy time where you're gonna have relationships with like the future dystopian future where you're having a relationship with the AI and you don't even know it.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
His ex is so wild.
Actually, everything that has an advantage always have a disadvantage. So it's.
I'm sorry.
I say everything that has an advantage you also have a disadvantage. So we should not be surprised to see all those contentions about AI. So Canadian, there's something I thought about these makers. They let you build, they give humans the freedom to like just have an idea, and when you envision the idea they make you bring it up to life. So I was having a contemplation that okay, we did really, it's not just about having an idea and bringing it up. Once you have something, marketing also matters. Like, do these makers, do they grant something like grants, or to when they see that your project is good, can they like give you a grant or help you market it so that the project can reach its full potential? So I would like to know something about that.
Yeah, that's nothing's been disclosed about that yet, but I do see stuff like that happening in the future for sure. Yeah, okay. But it's not on the table right now because it's just really grinding and building out the project and the back end. There's a heck of going into this, right? So the team is just grinding and coding, and then I'm sure once it's all live, there'll certainly be those type of grants and opportunities for like top-notch projects within the community.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you.
Alright.
Do you think they will get to a point where their own agents will be running the company? And as a user, because you have already purchased these, are you comfortable with that?
Yeah, no, I think that's very possible. Yeah, that's very, very, very possible. I think it's possible that the developer is already using the agents to help with the coding. I think that's very likely.
Okay.
No, and that pushes in my opinion, that makes the project even more. If they work and they help to build the project, and they can even manage the project and have a social media presence, then in my mind that validates the project. It shows, like, I'm not sure who it was, but somebody was predicting that this year in 2025 or 2026, like within the next year or two, there will be the first $1 billion company with a single owner.
Wow.
And the single owner will use AI to create a $1 billion enterprise, basically. So we're like right at the precipice of like one person with an idea, not needing a single other employee, but deploying AI agents to build like a massive enterprise. Like we're right at the precipice of this like occurring. So, I mean, if it could be my project that does that, then I think I'll be in a good position.
Yeah. Congratulations in advance.
Yeah, let's hope.
Yeah.
Don't forget the little people.
So yeah, it has been quite a wonderful talk with you, Canadian. So I think you just wrap it up with by telling us like these makers, where can we find them? Are they just flying around in the air? Like just give us their websites, maybe their X page, like so that we can these days if
so
people.
it's just maker.
Yeah, keep
What's
on
that?
talking. Keep on talking.
Okay, so yeah, you can find pretty much everything at makers.com. And remember, that's Maikers. So makers.com. They're on X at the makers. And then you can find the NFTs by searching on any NFT at Magic Eden or wherever. You can find the NFTs there. But you can also find them by just going to the website makers.com and learn about the project there.
Yeah. So yeah, that has been a wonderful time with you, Canadian. Ashley, is there anything you want to add or ask?
Thank you.
Ask Canadian.
Oh, the only other thing I wanted to say was, like, I know you are a new parent. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
I forgot about that.
I love how
you.
I love how you are taking this to simplify your life, because like you said, we could work for 8 hours a day, but then you also have to sleep for 8 hours a day, and then you also have a full-time baby, so it's like fitting everything.
Yeah.
And using this project specifically to make your life easier so you can be a more attentive and active parent. That's really nice. Or I'm assuming, but as a parent,
yeah, that's a good assumption, and thank you so much, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like really exciting. I really liked your project. I'm actually what's it? I'm almost there to owning my first full soul. So
good for you.
Yeah.
Keep grinding, and that soul will grow.
Yeah. All right, now I think it will be time for Ashley, to give us what she have. So Ashley, tell us about WorldCoin.
So WorldCoin, I feel like I think they're positioning themselves to be kind of like a little bit of the authoritative figure in this AI space. They want to be the ones to say, it's really cool what these projects are doing. There's a lot of AI going, but it is really important to distinguish between who's a real person and who is a bot. And they're doing that by using Well, first of all, the project is built on a cryptocurrency. I think it's WLD, if I'm not mistaken. And then they're using this special device, which is a specialized camera called the orb. And essentially, the orb will scan your iris, and that will generate a cryptographic identifier, and it's going to be called the iris code. Now, as soon as I read that, I was like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't want to scan my eye. And then it goes on to explain and the way that they're going to protect your privacy. As long as there's nothing shady in the user agreements, I feel like that's where we always lose connect with companies. They're going to hash the code and secure it in MPCs, and then also do a ZPK. So there's multiple layers of privacy. That way your iris can never be put together in one piece. It would take a ton of work that would be caught on. Like, even if you do get through layer one, you now have so many other layers to go through, which you will then be detected at some point. Now, the orb is a specialized camera. I'm curious to see how they're going to do it. Like, do you have to purchase the orb to scan? Is there going to be a representative to come out to you and essentially explain to you what you're doing, how they're protecting you, giving you like a key, I think it is, that they're going to have. That way you can like identify yourself. It's basically like another form of ID. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's basically the whole point of the project, is just to keep AI and humans.
Yeah. I think that is I like their own innovation. These days there are lots of things happening in the crypto space that people normally feel like they are being cheated and the rest, especially when like maybe they register for something or airdrop to be specific. They end up saying that after they grind on a project and when it comes to time for airdrop, they flag them as bots. So there are sometimes humans are flagged as bots, both are flagged as human. So I think WorldCoin will be the solution to that. So yeah, they are trying. So Canadian, is there anything you want to add or say about the WorldCoin?
Yeah, just right off the hop, I would say, so I'm on the website right now and they say a priority lane for humans. So basically they're saying you're a human, you should get priority over an AI bot. And whether that's, they have listed here like even concert tickets, video games, merchandise drops, like airdrops, right? So yeah, I think that is a very valid use case where it's like, yeah, I want to have priority of getting anything ahead of like 1,000 bots or 1,000,000 bots that are deployed, right? And they just get lost in a sea of, there's already enough people on the earth, right? Now I have to also compete with all these bots. So yeah, I like the idea where the humans get priority over a bot. Doesn't work so good with my makers project, but the other side is this security better be real good, because right off the bat, many people, they don't want to have their irises scanned, just like you said. I don't know about the fancy camera tech, how that's going to work. But right away, like, I don't like using facial recognition technology. I just don't like that stuff, right? I don't like having my information like scanned by my Android or using a fingerprint where I don't have to, or stuff like that. So I'm not really into that type of security per se. But so that's my drawback. I'd say those are my pros and cons right off the bat.
Okay.
I want to bounce off of that because I do feel the same way as you. And I'm going to assume we're in the same generation when I say this. I feel like everything is happening at a really interesting time because obviously to introduce something that's so world shaking, you have to give it generations in order for it to kind of like be diluted. So you have the boomers who are being fed AI is ruining the water, AI is doing this, AI is ruining the world, blah blah blah. And then you have our generation where it's like you have some of them who have the boomer information, and then you have the rest of us who are like, oh no, AI is really nice. it can be really useful. It can make you a lot of money. It could do a lot of work for you. It can help you. It can help your business. And then you have the in-betweeners who are like, honestly, I really don't care about this. Like, this has nothing to do with me. Now, this generation after us, I think they're more diluted to it because they are growing up in a heavy technology world. So it's nothing for them to set up a Touch ID. It's nothing for them to set up a facial recognition.
Yeah.
It's nothing for them like get screwed over by user agreements because nobody's reading. Like, even with us, we're pretty much not using. We're just in agreeing and using it. And now you have our kids' generation where recognition is going to become so demanded of the everyday person that they don't care to scan the iris because they don't understand. They don't have that fear mongering that we were fed to all of our lives, because we also grew up on like robot dystopian music, movies. So I think it's really interesting to see how they're introducing that to us now, because I can see the government finally intervening at some point. For the most part, I think they do stay out of this world because they don't even know how to handle it. If you look at all the people who are in government, they're a whole bunch of boomers. They don't know what to do with this technology or information. But at some point, we are going to have a new generation of congressmen and women coming in. We're going to have a president who is younger and more in tune with technology. And this is going to be a really big conversation. So the fact that they're setting themselves up to be that passport, like you need a passport to travel to countries. Now you need this digital passport to prove that you are human. It's really interesting for me to see. And I think my one downside with the company is, okay, we have to scan our iris, but can we trust you? I think a company like this can only survive if they can convince their user to trust them. Because if we cannot trust you, I would just move on to the next company who's offering the same thing. And I think that's where maybe a downfall of this company will fall. Like, where is the intention? And how are we going to keep people safe and feeling comfortable with scanning your iris? Can you imagine somebody's pulling up to your house to scan your iris and like have your information? I think they're doing a really great job at the privacy, having like the multiple layers, hashing the code and then putting it into different servers. And then those servers are then ZPK'd, which I honestly just learned this term, which is zero knowledge proofs. I think it's great that they're already starting on that road. I'm so curious to see how they build that client trust with us, because I am one of those people. I don't down AI companies or creators or anything like that, but I prefer to interact with real humans. I prefer like connection, so yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. For me, what I have to say about the project is that comparing it with makers, I feel like I would love the two projects to actually thrive. Why? Because I think when there's thrive, when there's fight, when there's contentions, like the two projects will tend to stand. Like, imagine makers saying, "Yeah, we're after AI doing the work for us," and you have another word coin saying, "No, we don't need AI. We want to specifically identify humans," and so I feel like it's just like the way, like I do see music artists, they normally do that. By the time you see two of them beefing, you before you know, you start to see them trending. So I would like the two projects to actually keep on doing what they are doing. So in the future, we will know which one will actually stand and which one will not actually stand. So thank you. So there's something I wanna ask you about proof of humanity. I saw in their white paper, that is for WorldCoin, I saw that they say that proof of humanity is a major problem in, I think, in the world in general. So I wanna know, since they say it's a major problem that is unsolved, how then do they plan on solving it?
I think it's a really complicated question because Canadian. Do you want us to like call you Canadian? Would you prefer to be called by your name?
In this space, I've been going by Canadian a lot. It's fine with me. My real name is Brent, by the way. It's pretty obvious if you see my X handle is my full name. So my real name is Brent. Canadian is fine. You can call me Brent now that we're all friends. But either way, I don't get offended by Canadian. I've been called Canadian since I've been in the space, pretty much. So it's all good.
Okay. I think his project is really dope, and I think he made a really good point as to like our projects are a very symbiotic relationship, because you definitely want to have some type of level, protection, but they're also battling, because these AIs are being taught how to get past those human identification setups or those blocks. They are getting smarter, and this developer is essentially, he has 2,000, I believe he said, or that's the goal. And how are these not going to turn into a supercomputer? So
I have a question for you. I just thought of. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I was just thinking, like, okay, the AI agents are working to get past all these barriers, right? And then I was thinking, like, oh, but they'll never have an iris. But then I was like, or will they?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's
is an iris? I don't really know that much about the iris, to be honest with you, but is it really? I guess it has so much information that it's impossible to replicate, or is it impossible to replicate? Is that another barrier that AI can get past?
And that's what I'm wondering, because if it does, what was the point of you having all these people's irises, and now you just have these people's irises for free? Which I think the biggest issue is going to be building trust with the client, because, sign me up until you get to the point of the iris, and it's like, whoa, wait a minute. So I think there has to be a lot of trust, but at the same time, there's this X page that popped up on my For You page, and they were talking about some insane trademarks that was trademarked by companies, like by huge companies this year alone. And they were talking about holograms and teleportation, but not physically, like with a device to like where you can go and like be in this area without having to use a VR, using VR, and people are able to like see you. So I think in the back end, we don't realize how advanced things really are, and we're just getting stuff that they've been working on for a really long time. So it's really interesting, because you have these companies like WorldCoin who are being set up to with the technology that we're being introduced to, but this is old technology to these major companies. So are these major companies going to then come in and be like, okay, this is what you're using and this is how you're doing it? Well, we're going to get past that roadblock. And then what does that say for the companies who are using AI agents? What if this becomes a very big debatable thing where people are like, I really don't want to use this. I don't think it's safe. And now projects like Makers are being boycotted or being talked down upon, where, I think it's a great project, because imagine you have this really great idea that could help a community that's really in need, but you don't have the knowledge to do that. So you can use this agent and be like, hey, make me this app that becomes this amazing thing. But who's to say AI won't do it first? So I think we're teetering on a really interesting time in the world right now. And I am interested to see how it plays out. So to answer your question, I don't know. It's really hard to say. I don't know, because I just feel like the technology we're being fed is just so old to like what we're really capable of doing. And then I don't know, and being outside of the crypto space, like I've spent the past 27 years not being in crypto, and now I don't care about stuff like this. Like before I was in this space, I never cared about AI. I never cared about these things. So is it even going to get popular outside of people who are in our space now to even get that big, to where we need those interventions, Oh,
AI for sure. AI 100%. Like you can just see it already with Grok on X or I mean, AI is absolutely exploding. So it's already super integrated into our world more than we think. Now, if you search something on Google, you're going to get an AI response. So
Yeah.
every single person is already exposed to AI.
Yeah.
And then there's so many questions. I mean, outside of our concept of what we're talking about today, there's so many other things about like AI being programmed to censor certain information or stuff like that. So if you search something on Google and you're like, oh, this is the answer, and then you're like, or is it? Or is it being censored? So we need to understand how these AI are also, how it's being programmed. And it's like, yeah, like, this is such a deep conversation,
Yeah.
it's crazy, and I'm no AI expert. I'm just scratching the surface. So
Yeah.
I'm itching to learn more. Like, I want to start taking some AI courses and just diving into it, because I see that there's going to be no escaping it. It's like
Yeah.
the internet. It's like the early,
Definitely.
like Web3 is obviously compared to the early days of the internet, but AI and blockchain are going to be like entangled within each other for sure. So
Yeah.
it's like, if you snoozed on the early days of the internet, people were like, "Oh, this isn't going to catch on," and like our entire world is built on the internet now. So it's like, this is going to be the next level of the internet, not only Web3 and blockchain, but also AI,
Yeah.
and AI is going to be 100% entangled completely with Web3. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my opinion, that's my opinion, but that's why I'm also like I want to learn a lot more about AI.
Yeah, me too. Even I do, if I have the chance, the luxury of time, I'll definitely take a course in AI, because it's clear. It's like a one path road. Everybody is already seeing the future. AI is the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be used in everything: robotics, company, like absolutely everything, trading, everything. So
Yeah. Ashley, there's this up device that the word coin are using. I read that it's a separate entity that is not integrated into your phone. The up, which is like, should I say, the main part of WorldCoin. That is the main technology behind the WorldCoin. So that up device that is used for identification of iris, I don't know, like, is it that they are gonna ship it to different people in different parts of the world, or like I'm having some kind of contemplations about that. So I don't know. Can you tell us one or two things about it?
So the only things that I could find on the orb, and I think it makes sense as to why we don't have too much information on it, that is literally the source of all of the privacy. I think the technology of the orb should be kept secret to avoid companies to get past those like roadblocks of using your iris, right? So it's basically, they said it's a bowling ball sized device, and it captures high precision scans of your iris. And it's not on your smartphone, it's literally its own device. So I believe, the way, using my common sense, I think they're either going to have representatives that come to you and like can set this thing up in your house, or maybe they'll set up offices. The really interesting thing about that, though, is like, you're gonna need so many people, and you're gonna need so many of these
Yeah.
devices. Like, who's to say one doesn't get stolen and everything comes crashing, you know?
That is
So they don't really acknowledge that. They kind of like skip past those questions. I couldn't find too much information on how they plan on securing this orb, how they plan on securing the technology for it as well. So unfortunately, I don't really have a lot of points to go with that. And a part of me kind of likes that. I don't want to know too much about the orb. You have the orb. I just want to know, like, how is their plan to get people to come and do this? And
yeah.
that's about it, you know?
I was thinking like, okay, if you have the orb, after doing your, your identification, your verification with the orb, like, what did I do? What will I use it for? Is it that I just keep it somewhere? Like it's kind of like crazy, like not crazy though, but I'm kind of like a bit confusing to me. What's the specific, I was thinking that it would have been much more better, like if there was a way it can be incorporated into a mobile phone. When you're done with it, yeah, like you don't have to do it. But you giving me the up device, and after I scan it, I literally don't know what else to do with it. And if peradventure the up device gets stolen, does that mean that my identity has been stolen? Like, it's just there are a lot of contemplations and many things you can actually talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's such a big project that there's
Yeah.
definitely a lot that needs to be. I think they need to do better about, because this is such a high trust company. I think they should do a better job at being transparent. I just do like another quick scan. I see. So basically, you get this passport, right?
Okay.
I'm thinking the way that things are gonna move along with the passports is like, how on X I have a verified and then I have a valid badge. I think there's gonna be a badge to where, like, during your setup process, like while you're signing up into the app, there's gonna be a space like, do you have this this passport? Do you have the world coin passport? Can and then you take your picture, you upload it, your key or whatever, and that's how, like, under your name it'll be like human, or under your name it'll be like robot, so you instantly know the type of creator that you're coming into communications with. That part I really do like. I would love for it to say human under my name on X. Like, I'm real. I'm not using AI to make my tweets, which is actually something that was like, when I was first coming into this page, I got a lot of advice of like, man, just let AI do the work. Go into ChatGPT and like schedule all your tweets and stuff. And it was like, well, that's cool and all, and it'll probably do a great job, but like, what about me wanting to build a community? So I think the passport can seem a little mundane, but it's going to do a really great job at being like, hey, I'm a human. Like, when you're coming into my space, you're interacting with me and not a bot. But outside of like, okay, you signed up for this ad, you got a badge, or you got verified as a human, I don't really think there's much uses for it. Now, unless the government gets involved.
Yeah.
But who knows? Our government, like, I know you guys aren't here, but America's government. Yeah.
Every country has their problem though. I think there are gonna be a lot of limitations for this world coin because come to think of it, not there are a lot of crypto restriction on many countries, and not every country will actually give you the license, to have as a crypto company to have a station or an office in their country where you'll be shipping or where you'll be sending your product to their citizens. And even though if you want to do it in a region where it's legalized to do crypto stuff and the rest, there are no restrictions, I think you also have problem in shipping your products to other countries because everything is just about the government. If the government are if most countries, if their government are in alignment with it, so it will be. But definitely they are gonna have lots of limitations, this world coin.
I one of the reasons why I picked this, because I can see that the crypto space is becoming its own entity, and for the most part our government kind of stays out of our business, at least over here. It's not until you don't really report your taxes or anything until you take money out and convert it into cash.
Yeah.
They're not really bothering you in this space, and I think there's that need for authority in every space. Like, it's just human nature to have a king or a queen, or a chief, or that person in
A
charge. And I
police.
think
Yeah.
WorldCoin is trying to set themselves up as being that crypto agency. And one thing about crypto, it's not, oh, you live in Cryptotonia and I lived in Cryptoland. Like, no, we are all in one space. We all come together. And I think they're setting themselves up as that government agency. This essentially is going to be our social security card in the crypto world. As what am I, a Gen X? I don't know. I'm a Gen something. I think that's really important in this space. I think it will be nice to like have that security in place. How they do it, that's scary though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Canadian has been quiet for like some minutes now. Is there anything?
Yeah, I've been just listening, enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
I've also been checking out the World website a little bit. And so yeah, just to summarize, and what I'm seeing from the website is, so the limitation that you're talking about, EA, is the physical. You need to have these physical orbs distributed in your country or somewhere near you, not even just in your country, but it's going to have to be in a city near you. So there's this physical limitation of the physical orbs that you need to go visit to verify that you're a human. So you need to physically visit this physical orb and verify that you're human. Now, after that, once you're going to prove with this orb that you're a human, and then the information will be stored on your device in your app. So you're going to have the keys to your information. That answers some of the questions that we were talking about. So they're not going to be storing any information in the orb or on their servers anywhere. The information is going to be on your phone, on your World ID app. And then they're going to use zero knowledge proof. They're not going to get any information. They're just going to say, okay, yes, this person has been verified. And without actually getting any of your information, they're going to be able to verify that you've been verified. So there's the physical limitation of these orbs, which, I mean, it's a pretty major limitation as far as the crypto space is considered, because you're going to have these physical orbs all over. Okay, let's say they overcome that. They still really need to balance they need to operate as a centralized identity, a centralized organization, as WorldCoin needs to be somewhat centralized to maintain the path and direction that they want. So they can't be like completely decentralized, but they're going to need to use the blockchain and decentralization in order to move information and encrypt and stuff like that. So they're going to, every crypto project needs to kind of balance this main thing between a centralized organization and actually being decentralized, so that it's a fair and open, community, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's a good concept, but I think that the limitations are going to be difficult to overcome as far as the physical, especially this physical orb concept. So I don't know. That's my take on it. I think it's a very cool idea as far as give humans priority. I like that. Let's just see how it unfolds and how it. I'm not running out to go get this. Go get it identified at an orb. But maybe one day, as that project grows, there will be a need, and it's like, okay, you know what? There's so many bots out there, and this project is really working. So I want to be verified as a human. So when I'm interacting in the crypto space, when I'm interacting in Web3, Web2, I'm identified as a human, and I get special privileges for that. So as things evolve in the world of AI agents, there might come a time when this is actually really necessary. So let's see how it plays out. And one day we might be like, heck yeah, we really need this, and I want to be seen as a human when I'm interacting online.
Yeah.
And get those special privileges and not be seen as a bot.
True. Yeah. Is Ashley with us?
Interesting.
I think your
video
camera
has
is
been
having an
frozen for
issue
some time,
actually.
but
Has it really?
Your camera, I think it has been having an issue for about some minutes, about 10 to 15 minutes. It's kind of like,
yeah, your camera's frozen, but
we
it's
can
okay. You're making a bit of a
yeah.
What? That's crazy. Is it working now?
No.
no.
Oh, well, that's wild. I don't know what's going on.
No need to worry about it. We can just continue. We're almost to the end of the space, So
Yeah, we've been about an hour now. Let's get the details on Ashley's. All right, go ahead, EA. You might have some more questions. You go ahead.
Yeah,
and
it's
close
actually
us
the
out.
last question, and it will be done for the day. Actually, like Canadian gave us some sites where we can actually find his own project, like verified, website. So I will just be asking you to just give us maybe a analytical tool, maybe coin market or anywhere. Where can we actually find this WorldCoin? Because I think WorldCoin is already trading. Yeah, it's already trading. Yeah, I look into them on this thing. So you just tell us where we can find their coin, some their ticker.
So they do have a coin, and that's also one of their incentives to sign up with them now. You get, when you go in and you do this whole process, you do get some coins. They are WLD. Let me double check that 1 second. Yeah, WLD. So that's their coin, and then they are on X, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. So it looks like they're covering all the social platforms outside of YouTube.
Yeah.
And their ads are WordCoin, just like that. And then you can also go to their website, which is world.org. And yeah, that's how you can keep up with them and keep track. And as far as the locations go, I did do like a quick thingy here too. So if you are interested in actually doing this process or getting some more information and speaking with one of their representatives, they do have locations in Atlanta, Austin, Los Angeles, Miami, Nashville, and San Francisco.
That is a deep research. Thank you very much. So I don't know. I can say we are just rounding up. We just need to round up. So is there anything anyone wants to say? Maybe one or two words to chip in.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot for having us. I found it a very interesting and engaging conversation, and very, very relevant. I mean, cool. It's a very cool project that actually chose, and I love how they had this kind of symbiotic relationship of like a positive and negative pole in the AI crypto space. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these projects unfold and projects similar to them.
Yeah.
So let's wait a bit of time and talk about it again.
Yeah.
I'm super excited. I actually am going to be listening to the rest of your debates or conversations as well. I'm super curious to see what other projects people are going to be picking.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for putting this all together. It was so cool.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm grateful for attending. Thanks for accepting my invitation, Canadian Ashley. And once again, congratulations, Canadian, on your new kid. I wish him all the best.
Thank you.
I wish him to have a Vala account. And Ashley,
it's huge.
Ashley,
I minted a mini me.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm gonna steal that one now.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, all. And Ashley, have you opened the Vala account for your son?
I'm sorry?
I said, I have you opened the Vala account for your son? I need to give him a follow and maybe some tips
Oh yeah, I have a follow account.
for
It's
your.
the same as my Twitter handle with one less of a S.
Oh, okay.
So it's
But
after.
anyway, anytime you do the account, you just to let me know so that I can give him a follow. So thank you all for attending my call. I appreciate, and like I said, just give me 2 days. I'm gonna release the result. It has been a wonderful space. The two of you did your research well, and no matter the outcome, let's not take it as a battle. It's just we're just having a fun, so we're just
I'm a team
having
player.
fun. For sure. So I wish you all
Thank
the
you.
best. Thank you very much. And
Have a good one, y'all.
yeah,
Bye.
thank you very much. Bye.
Thank you guys, and I'll see you around in the Discord and the